Good morning, Singapore. It is Therapy Tuesday, and we're joined right now by our therapist, Dr. Geraldine Tan. Good morning, Jerry.
Morning, everyone. Morning, Singapore.
Good to have you on the show once again. You always, somehow when you're on screen, by the way, we're live on Facebook, when we see you, it always feels like, sunshine is coming right through my computer screen.
I especially angled it so you get the full blast of the sun today. I was praying for sun.
It is energizing, it is really energizing. Let me put my face closer. Maybe I'll get some vitamin D.
You gotta go.
So, Jerry, today we're talking about eating issues, right?
Yep, we are. And we have three different problems here. We have no food, we have too much food, and then we have the medical issues. That means when food becomes poison.
Oh.
Yeah. So no food was what we experienced pre-circuit breaker, where everybody loaded their trolleys with food, thinking we are going into war. And then when we have too much food, if we are eating too much, or I'm wondering whether you all have this experience when you go to the food court or when you go to the buffet, and then you go, wait, what's that, there's too much food to eat. I don't know what to do now. I'm lost.
Yes.
There's too much food. And then you have poison, food as poison. So we know that those with kidney issues, those with allergies, gluten issues, gluten allergies and things like that. So food itself becomes very poisonous. So even for like the kidney patients, too much water becomes an issue.
Right. Oh, we never thought about that.
Never thought of that.
Well, something as simple as peanuts, for example. I mean, the peanut allergy can be lethal, to people. And there was talk about even airlines, not serving peanuts anymore for the benefit of some of these people who might be very sensitive to to peanuts.
And I find it so tough to believe that some people just wanted peanuts because they were not allergic to it, and that they demanded that the airlines not remove peanuts because too bad for the guy who's allergic, just don't eat it.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I just feel that's really selfish.
Yeah.
Yes. I feel it's really selfish.
Well, that's what they say. I mean, it gets in the air. But, I mean, there hasn't been a single case of someone, getting poisoned because of peanuts being, somehow being in the air. You know what I mean? So I disagree with you, Andre. Because, I don't have a peanut allergy, so it's not my problem.
Yes, I know it's not your problem.
You know what I mean?
Definitely not your
problem.
problem.
We have hundreds of people on the plane.
Yes.
And just maybe one person with a peanut allergy, so everyone can't have peanuts.
No,
I'm sorry.
But you see,
I can't agree with that.
You see, we don't need peanuts to survive. But the peanut could possibly kill that guy. So why have something on the plane that could possibly kill a guy? Because
one person on the plane, right? Okay, Jerry. One person on the plane, let's say, has a peanut allergy, right?
Yes.
You've got like maybe 400 people on the plane, right?
Yes.
300 people on the plane. Just don't serve that person peanuts.
No, I agree not to serve.
What are you going to do? Are you going to have like people on the plane, taking these peanuts and throwing it on the person who has a peanut allergy or what? It doesn't make sense to me.
No, but some people, and don't hold me to it, I think a doctor can better verify that. I understand that some of them are that allergic that even if they're in close proximity, or even if they touch it, or smell it, exactly, they can have an allergic reaction. So they might not want to take a chance.
Yeah, I think that's an exaggeration, quite frankly. I think they just... I mean, if that's the case, then every restaurant shouldn't be serving peanuts as well.
But
you agree with me?
Restaurants are open air.
And
No. How about the restaurants that are not open air? That means every single restaurant should refrain from serving peanuts.
No, but then you're not in a confined
Because you don't
space
know.
with no possible medical facilities.
You know it's rubbish. This is pure rubbish.
It's not our problem, but it's the airline's
Oh,
problem.
sorry. We've eaten into Jerry's time. Okay, we're gonna play a song right now and continue talking about what Jerry plans to talk about this morning. Here's Green Day with "Good Riddance, Time of Your Life" on 1FM 91.3. Sorry about that. Digressing. Digressed. I digressed.
What happens with a bunch of boys?
No, never.
This guy is pretending like
together.
he's pretending to be so considerate,
No. I am.
I am.
You know why?
He's also very humble.
Because
yes.
I've had many experiences on an aircraft. Many experiences that I never want to ever hopefully see again. So I just feel like that person who needs help is so helpless.
Yeah.
I need my peanuts. I'm sorry.
I
We'll
was
get
on
a
a flight.
packet.
There was only one time. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Lisa.
Go ahead, Lisa.
There was only one time I was on a flight, and they actually announced, like, I've only seen this in movies, so I haven't actually seen it in person, but they announced, please don't take out any peanuts, or please don't snack on any peanuts, because there's someone who's very allergic to peanuts on the plane.
Okay. No, if there's someone on the plane with a peanut allergy, that's fine. But
Yeah.
how many times
That's-
do we have people who are on the plane who are allergic to peanuts? Not all the time.
I agree.
Maybe they can get like cheaper seats at cargo or what?
Okay.
Safer.
Back to Jerry. Okay, sorry.
Hey, Jerry. Now we're talking about no food. So pre-CB, when everyone is stocking up, so no food.
No. Yes, no food. So when you have no food and you're at war and everything, you feel deprived, right? This component which we use food for, which is social activities. Like, when you call your friend out for makan, or you will call your friend out for kopi, or a good beer and things like that, what do? You go for a dinner and then you go for your beer, right? I
Yep.
hope you don't drink on an empty stomach. So there's a lot of that togetherness. So that social aspect. So the social aspect has three different areas: the health, the wealth, and the happiness. So the happiness is when everyone gets together. There's togetherness, the festivals, and even in our language, it's like, how's the catch? Or, have you caught anything yet? The Roman feast, do you remember Asterix,
Yes.
the comic?
Yes.
Oh, only Andre remembered.
I do too.
Oh no, we are in the wrong era.
It's all about feasting, is it?
I was never a fan of Asterix. That's
Okay, but at least okay, that's okay. Don't make me sound so old lah.
I'm older than you, Jerry.
Hey, Jerry.
I'm not saying my age.
You're not.
No. I'm just saying, as long as I'm around, everyone is younger. Okay, so
Glenn knew Asterix when he was still a real person.
Okay.
Yes, so all that feasting and everything, right? So happiness.
Hey, Jerry, can I just ask? You were talking about no food, the whole CB, that pre-CB period.
Yes.
Can I just ask, if someone came up to you and said that they had a problem, like they were worried that they would go to the supermarket and not have food to buy,
Yep.
what do you tell them? It's like, okay, Jerry, I need to see you. I'm going I'm going crazy because I feel that there's not going to be any food left at NTUC, and then everyone else is like, dude, seriously, this is Singapore. We're going to have food regardless of whatever it is.
Yeah. I mean, that would be more the anxiety that is talking, the panic and anxiety. So it's irrational fear in Singapore that there will not be any food. But people were hoarding food, that mindset of, I won't have anything, and they start to hoard food.
Yeah.
The Maggi mee, I love that one. The whole entire trolley was full of Maggi mee, and I was like, okay. You love it, but after a while, very gelat, like you feel it's too much. Yeah, so the hoarding food behavior, but it also shows whether a person is able to buy it or not. So it goes into the wealth part of things, you know. So at that point, you're looking at do I have the ability to hoard food even? Do I have the financial ability to hoard food? If we don't have the CB to contend with, if we look at what people are looking for sometimes, they will look for the best sort of food. And the better the food or the better quality is perceived, the more expensive it is. So if I said I have like real truffle in my pasta versus truffle oil, you go, wow, you actually have the truffle. And I was thinking, so while preparing all this material today, right, I was thinking about like what is the most opulent food that signifies wealth but actually has no health benefit. Can you think of any?
Glenn has some kind of
Okay,
sperm.
hold that thought. Okay, you can bring it up on air again.
Some fish.
Oh, the whale.
Kelly Clarkson with Behind These Hazel Eyes on 1FM 91.3. Good times, greatest hits. It's Glenn, Andre, Shaun, Lisa, and Dr. Geraldine Tan from the therapy room because it's Therapy Tuesday. Once again, good morning, Jerry, and welcome to the show.
Morning.
We're talking about eating issues today, and we're just talking about, during the CB period, how people were rushing to the supermarkets and hoarding food and all that. And Jerry was just talking about asking us for examples of food that's...
States wealth.
Yeah, that kind of... that represents wealth but has no nutritional content whatsoever.
I'll keep quiet here and Glenn will just take over this.
What do you
Glenn,
mean?
You are the man who eats the stuff that's nice.
I do not. Wait, I'm trying to think of food that has some kind of status but
Your
has
Japanese
no...
stuff, all the Japanese stuff you go for, that's pretty expensive.
The high-end ones.
No, but they're all nutritious. What Jerry's talking about something that has no nutritional value.
No, you told me you ate some kind of fish sperm or something.
Yeah, fish sperm. What's wrong with that?
I mean, it's expensive, right?
It's high in protein.
It's high. Okay. I mean, but
Yeah,
think about okay. You think about how much you paid for the fish sperm for the amount of protein you could probably have in beef. You know what I mean? I'm saying it's easily replaceable, but you paid 50 times more for the fish sperm. So then makes the status food, right? Yes or no?
You just want to say the word. That's all. That's the
what?
reason why you bring it up.
No. When I think of expensive food, I only learn about stuff like this from Glenn and FD,
How did you know about it? Did I bring you?
Yeah, no, FD and you were talking about it.
yeah,
And he
you
had
were.
it also with you.
Okay, yeah, because I introduced him to it.
Yes.
I mean, it's seasonal. But anyway, that's Japanese food. Japanese food is nutritious. I love Japanese food. But can you think of something else and answer Jerry's question, please?
Expensive food.
Avocados.
Ooh, food with gold, like gold flakes.
Ah, yeah.
There we go.
yeah, gold
Yes. Same wavelength.
Gold flakes. That's really rubbish, right? Gold flakes in ice cream or gold flakes in chocolate. What's up with that, right?
So I can't think of any others. I can only think of the gold flakes. And in Japan, they coat it they coat the ice cream with gold flakes.
Right. Hey, how about
It's quite nice.
truffle oil?
Truffles, real
I
truffles.
mean, there's no real nutritional content in that. I mean, the oil is okay,
Just
but
fat,
truffles in general, not really that nutritious.
Lisa, so what's the status food besides the gold leaves that you were talking about? What's the most expensive thing that you have eaten and thought like, wow?
I think probably Japanese food. Japanese food is quite up there.
It's
But I have tried fish sperm, whale sperm. It was interesting.
okay. So any more foods? That's no. I think that's about it, Jerry.
No.
We can't think of any more.
Liquor and
It's just
tobacco
for fun.
products, most of our people are saying on.
So what
Facebook.
some of our fans are saying is caviar,
Caviar, yeah.
And durians, which you know for
durians.
40 or I mean
Expensive, boy.
when durians is expensive.
Hey, durians have high nutritional content, man.
That is true.
It's
Shark's
Chinese
fin.
we say 'jiak po,' no?
Yes, I think I think Vanessa has the best example is shark's fin.
Yeah.
Oh, I love shark. I mean, I used to love shark's fin soup. When I was growing up, really. When I was growing up, I used to have shark's fin soup.
Bird's nest. What about bird's nest? That's something. The nutritional value of swallow saliva or the swift saliva. I'm not sure about it.
You make us Chinese people sound bad.
It's not from me.
This is exactly. This is what you, Mr. Eurasian boy, wants to do here today. You wants to make us look bad.
This is not from me.
Okay.
Our fans are.
We shall depart.
You see,
from
I'm sure
this.
you like bird's
It's
nest
okay.
as well, right, Jerry? You like bird's nest, I mean, you like bird's nest. I like bird's nest, and I still like shark's fin. But I can't get it anymore, so I don't have it.
I've no idea why he dragged me or you dragged me into the conversation there.
Because only you and I are Chinese.
I love all food. I just eat anything.
Yeah, I mean, same here. Obviously, this guy doesn't. This chap over here.
No, I do. And we're running a poll this morning on our Facebook page asking, do you live to eat or eat to live? And 52%, just 52, say, I live to eat. So Singapore, we are very well balanced when it comes to eating.
Wow.
Jerry,
Nice.
Nina, Katrina, Sarah, Anthony has a question for you. Dear Jerry, good morning. Youths whom I know are struggling with eating disorders, who can we refer them to for help?
Right. So there are a few of us out there. So the psychologist can do the initial consult for you. The psychiatrist you can also go to the psychiatrist for diagnosis. Of course, if you are not very sure, go to your general practitioner first. They should be able to guide you to the right resources out there.
Okay, awesome.
So I have a question.
Sure.
How would somebody know that they're experiencing eating disorders? Like, what are telltale signs that you personally are having an eating disorder, or a friend of yours has an eating disorder?
So we jump to the medical part of it. There are 4 different evils that I've picked out. So one is the can't stop eating. So can't stop eating are not the ones that are obese, okay? So don't make fun of your friends. There's something called the product release syndrome. And that one is I feel very sad for them because they can't stop eating because they don't feel full. And one of the main symptoms would be, they would just go to the fridge, raid the kitchen. I once dealt with a little boy, and it was so sad because his mom had to put padlocks on the freezer and the fridge because he would take out frozen food and start chomping on it.
What?
Frozen food?
Yes, yeah. Because
Frozen.
that's the only thing that is left, so he'll start eating it. So that's product release syndrome. The more common ones that we know of would be anorexia, okay, where you stop eating. So there's can't stop eating, which is anorexia, and they should have at least a 20-25% drop of weight. They restrict their eating, compulsively exercise. They might or might not have all of the symptoms, yeah. The more severe cases, they might even have the internal organs starting to fail.
Oh dear.
So that's when we chuck them into the hospitals and put them on a behavioral plan or eating plan.
Right.
The other one that is less visually stuck would be the bulimia. So bulimic nervosa. They also want to lose weight, but they go through that binge purge cycle. So some of these girls that I've dealt with, sometimes it's again really sad because they will be binging from like 10 p.m. right up to 4 a.m., 4 a.m., and they would just voraciously eat a whole lot of snacks and throw up, and they'll repeat the cycle over and over again for that period of time. Yeah, of course, these are the more severe cases that we have dealt with. The other one that is quite interesting, and people will start identifying with it, is autorexia. Now, autorexia is that preoccupation of eating healthy food. So they don't bother much about the weight itself. They sometimes jump from one diet to another diet, looking at what is the healthiest food. I saw the eyes of Shaun like flicking somewhere, but I have no idea which direction
they're looking at me. They're all looking at me because I like trying new things, new diets.
So that's the last one, that preoccupation of eating healthy food.
Okay, but the difference is I don't look for just healthy food. You see, I like eating everything. Okay, anyway, it is 8:24.
1FM time.
Yeah, so that's a bit different though.
Yes.
So you're talking about people who just go for really like the healthiest choices, that kind of thing.
No, we don't.
We don't.
Yeah.
We don't have
preoccupation that just they just go for like one healthy diet after another healthy diet. What is trending, I suppose.
Right.
It doesn't have to be what is trending.
But is that really a problem?
Yeah, isn't that most people?
But is that a problem?
Well, it is a problem if, let's say, that's the only thing you think about. So it has to have that preoccupation element, you see. We are only stuck on that. A disorder is that normal functioning is impeded.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like, I just thought that it sounds healthy, like before you go for lunch, you just keep thinking, okay, what is something healthy that I could have for lunch, instead of just going to and eating whatever there is or the first thing that you see. But
but your mind is not only on that.
Yeah.
Right. So this is almost to the point of obsession.
Yeah.
Obsession to the point maybe you offend people you're with, or you become a bit antisocial in that sense because your choices differ so greatly from other people's choices.
Yeah, and I
exactly.
There's some people
Like hardcore vegans.
Yeah, there you go. Hardcore vegans.
Those who tell you like, I can't believe you're eating that, at lunch. They sit next to you and how can you eat that? That. And then after that, you look at the guys like, okay, this is the last time having lunch with you.
Yeah, boy. Maybe we should talk about that, Jerry. Some people, they tend to impose, themselves on others. I mean, just because they live a certain way, eat a certain way, they want everyone to be like them. Right? That's a problem. Now, those people should see you, sure.
The arrow sounds like it's directing somewhere, so...
No, not here.
Not in this room, don't worry.
No, since Lisa Marie mentioned...
Lisa's friends.
Mentioned hardcore vegans. It's
Lisa.
true. I mean, we've come across many hardcore vegans.
Share your story, Lisa. You have something to share.
Yes. Okay, so there was one time that someone was really being very rude to me about eating meat, and they were vegan. So what I did was I took my piece of meat, I just put it on their plate, and then after that they just kept quiet.
They didn't explode. Very good.
So they're not that hardcore. If they were hardcore, they would have killed you.
But I was mad at that point. I was mad, so that's why I did that.
Okay, Shaun, we're out of time, right?
We have 1.5 minutes to say goodbye. Then we gotta pick up a call.
Oh yeah, that's right. We've got go ahead and Google it, right? A contest coming up. Okay. Any last words, Jerry?
Okay, so 3 things to end. Andre was very amused when I ended it with eat, and eat. But 1, eat colors. So eat all the different colors. That's what we usually have the depressive patients do because it stimulates your visual, senses and just brighten up your day, just like Glenn and his son. Eat cultures, not diet. So the different cuisines. Okay, and the last one, eat cautiously, eat in moderation.
Nice.
So eat anything, but eat in moderation. Eat, and eat.
That's the best advice. That's the best advice I have to give myself because I don't know what moderation is sometimes. Come on, Glenn. Come on. Listen to Jerry. Okay, I think Shaun has one last question.
No, just back to when you were saying eat, and you say eat colors. So I always recommend people, and you say people with depression always, we try to recommend them to eat colors, right? That's why I go to the nasi padang stall. Got a lot of colors there. I've never seen anyone eat nasi padang and be depressed. Always very happy to put everything in the mouths.
So eat cuisines, eat cultures, not cuisines. Eat cultures because all our different cultures have colors. Have colorful food.
Well said. Well said. Thank you very much, Jerry. Dr. Geraldine Tan from the therapy room. We'll see you next week, Jerry.
Yes,
Bye.
see everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Have a great day. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.